You know what I found out in these last couple of days? That's pretty soul crushing to find out when one, expert programmer says that everything you do is pretty much non-code related.
Whoa, what?
Now that's exactly what George Hotz said in his live stream a couple weeks ago. Now who is George Hotz? Now if you don't know who George Hotz is, this guy pretty much became famous when he said publicly that he hacked into the PlayStation 3 in 2009. Okay, so he's a security hacker. He's well known for that, and he's also well known for having his company comma.ai, where he deals with vehicle automation and such. Now, he does stream on Twitch, not on YouTube. He streams, I guess, his day-to-day work sometimes, and then he streams kind of bizarre things that is kind of random of whatever he feels like, right? And he talks to his audience. He has a very well followed community, okay, that tunes into Twitch streams and such. And in this specific stream that he had done, he talked about what is programming. He actually gave out a lesson. Now in this lesson, within the first 10 minutes, he goes over basically some complicated concepts that you kind of don't really get to know in college. You probably do, you probably don't. I don't know. I didn't finish college.
Now Pocahontas never went to college.
But one thing that really stuck out to me actually was the fact that he brought out boot camps. And it's funny because when you see this screen now, he has this lines of code or lines of notes that says, what does a software engineer do? And he starts talking about that. And he says that they don't really write algorithms like what you learn on or in college, like the binary search or the these search algorithms stuff you don't do in the real world. But these software engineers are, like he puts right here, they're translators from business requirements to code, quote unquote code. And he starts talking about whether or not software engineers are even coders. So it kind of made me wonder, okay man, am I a coder? Maybe not. In his eyes, I'm not, because I'm basically coding. What he's saying here isn't what code is. And it's kind of funny. I'm not mad. It's hilarious. I think it's pretty interesting. He talks about Ruby on Rails, web apps, and he starts talking about CRUD apps, the MVC model, which we pretty much learned in my bootcamp now. And coming from his perspective, I understand what he's saying, that the whole MVC model is pretty much something that you're going to do over and over and over again. And that's how you pretty much, that's how you can see it. You can see that in a specific way where you have this architecture and then you pretty much fill in the business requirements, and then whatever little things need to be done, you do those type of things, those specific things, right? Is that really coding? So he talks about that here. Let's tune in for that.
Is really you're translating from a really shitty language into these things that are like code. And I meet these people, and this is what you're going to learn, what you will learn in boot camps. Right? So, for example, no one who's ever gone to a boot camp would ever get a job at comma.ai, because at comma you don't do this. Nothing at comma looks like this stupid paradigm, and this is the thing that's going to be replaced pretty soon by AIs. I think about writing this, like if you want to write the low-brow version of Backspace, Backspace is basically this. I mean, so here, step one, build a CRUD app contracting firm. Step two, record all the inputs of my contract developers. Oh, no, I'm going to say contract developers. We'll make fun of someone full time. Developers, train AI model to translate business logic into code, right? Translators. So yeah, if you guys are thinking about a job like this, you know, it's really trash work. You can get paid some amount of money doing it, but monks used to do this. Monks used to like spend time copying. They'd have to, before there were printing presses, they'd have to, well, someone's got to copy the Bibles, right? And that's practically what you're doing. It's not very, you know, it's kind of trash, right?
So when I tuned into the stream, and I not live, but in this on YouTube, when I watched this for the first time, I was just laughing because I just thought it was so hilarious, because he's pretty much right, in my opinion, where you can almost say, okay, I have this MVC format, I can put it pretty much anywhere that fits, you know, the requirements. And you know, when you look at MVC format, it pretty much fits like a social media format, a user format, and all this stuff. And it's hilarious that he says all this stuff. And am I mad about it? Am I even a coder? I have no idea. I'm not mad at him or anything. It's just, I just think it's hilarious. But he's pretty much right. When you're going to a boot camp, you have to understand that these are the type of things that you're pretty much going to figure out on your own. Maybe like a year after you get that job, or 2 years after you get that job. And I just wanted to give you guys this kind of like outside perspective on his thoughts on a boot camp, because usually you don't get these thoughts from a person like him about a boot camp, and it's kind of interesting, and I love hearing and see more people talk about boot camps and their thoughts. I almost want him to talk about college, and maybe sooner or later he will, and then I'll tune in for that, and I'll give you guys the update for that. So other than that, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you liked it. Comment down your thoughts and opinions, and what do you think? Is he right? Are boot camps a waste of time? Let's see. I don't know. See you guys later.